Hello and welcome, everybody. It's the day before 3.2 goes live, which means it's 9 p.m. here on the West Coast. And we have a new trailer out. Because apparently the day before the banner goes live is usually when they drop this. Usually. Sometimes with characters like Aglaia, for some reason, they drop the trailer like 4 or 5 days before that, but here we are. The Castorice trailer. Epitaph. Honkai Star Rail. Life and death is a journey. When a butterfly rests on that dead branch, the withered will be reborn again. Melody Muse and Polixia Happy Espiritu. Interesting. So we're going to get to meet a new character in this. Let's put that up. So, if you'd like to see more reactions like this in the future, best way to do that would be to join the Discord, where you can actually post a request and I will look into it. If it is worth my time, I will probably do a reaction to it. We recently did another reaction on the channel to the 3.2 developer radio, so go give that a look if you haven't given it a look yet. It's 45 minutes though, so it is one of the longer ones. Ideally, I would like to do shorter reaction content, but I didn't pre-look at the material before that request came out, so it was basically a 20-page document that I ended up reading through. Anywho, let's just get into the trailer now. Oh, I don't want to blow out my speakers, so let's drop the volume first. Alright, here we go. Castorice trailer, Epitaph, Honkai Star Rail. Ooh, we got crashing waves.
406.
Ooh!
The
It's shot like a old 1920s movie, almost like.
Of the dead.
It's like a
In the
postcard.
silence, I sift through the memories of the departed.
Why is she
As if they are my
looking
own.
over a box like that?
Funeral 562.
Funeral
I dream of a
562.
sea of flowers and a racing river coursing through it. Yet,
Oh, this
all
is
I
so
can
Art
do is ferry
Deco.
the souls of the dead to the other side.
You can see her entries into the
Funeral
diary getting written on the
674.
screen.
The war rages
numbers.
on, and death surges like a dark wave, chasing all who live. My only choice is to
Oh,
run
this must be the
only
tragedy that sunk Idonia.
until
Oh, what is happening here?
death, once a pair of hands, has also split us in two. Never
Oh
to
my,
touch
this
each other
imagery
again.
is so dark.
This journey has been so endless, so senseless. Yet
Gonna drop the
even
volume a
on
little bit
the
more.
shore will still be the scent of flowers.
The shore will still be the scent of flowers. Oh, wow. Oh, we've gone widescreen. I just noticed that the bars are gone on the side. Is that the black tide, or are those monsters from, like, the river Styx? Also, I still haven't heard the second voice that's in this trailer, unless that's the dragon's voice. Galaxia or Pollux is very similar.
Or death.
New life or death. Rip everybody in the near vicinity of that. I'm gonna probably have to go frame by frame for a bunch of this trailer. Is that the River of Souls she's at the base of in the ocean? Whoa, what was that on a wheelchair? Was that her friend from the other two trailers? I didn't actually stop to look at how long this trailer was. Oh! So Castorice is looking for their other half, and I'm guessing the dragon is supposed to be the other half, and we saw a different representation when she was lying down there, so we're probably going to look at that and talk about it more in depth when we get to the analysis later. Two bodies and two babies. Two embryos, maybe?
Don't forget.
Don't forget what?
Don't forget.
Don't forget what? Okay, we're definitely going to have to go back and look at this in depth. So we're going to start at the beginning, and we're going to basically pause feverishly whenever we see something here. So, okay, so like I said earlier, the writing that appears over these picture frames, or this, I guess, film frames, is what it's meant to invoke, I guess. Because, like, these are the black bars on the left or right of a film strip, basically. So we're, like, shooting it like an old-timey movie. And her diary entries. Funeral 406 is what all of these writings are, the funeral and the number. Oh, wait, the cabinet's overflowing with the dead. Unclaimed, yeah. So all of the speech in this is what the writing on the screen is. So we can kind of more or less ignore it. That right there is a thumbnail. That's the thumbnail right there. Castorice just peeking over the box. That's a meme right there. And then she looks away. Oh, she's balancing on the dragon bones here. That's kind of cute. Morbid, but cute. Alright, and then we have The War Rages On. I Dreamed of a Sea of Flowers, which is definitely going to be related to Triby's story, because in Triby's story we learn about you follow the west wind across the ocean to an island that's just a field of flowers. But then again, the Sea of Flowers is also something that we see in Genshin evoked a lot. The Sea of Flowers at the end is something that's tied into the mythos of that. So I wonder if we're going to get some relation to Genshin in the story. I kind of doubt it, but at the same time, so much of Amphorius' story seems to relate to Genshin's story in the fact that they parallel each other so well, where a lot of the people that are really deep in reading into Genshin lore have been looking at the lore of Amphorius under quite the monocle, because you gotta put it under a microscope, because we have like a firmament, we have all of this Greek mythology, we have all of this stuff about forbidden knowledge and the Black Tide, this possibility of samsara cycles, or even the fact that it might all just be a simulation. So Amphorius is definitely under a scrutinized lens when you compare it to Genshin's story, which makes it all the more interesting. But that is a video for a lore tuber to handle. I am a lore spore. I just float by and witness what lore I witness, take it all in, and grow and share some of it with y'all when I find it something that I attach to that I think is interesting. Is that a good enough analogy for the lore spores of the Ashikai followers? I hope so. And for those who don't know, actually, the term lore spore was actually coined by Roosevelt in one of Ashikai's streams, where they just sat and talked with Roosevelt for like 4 hours, half of which was about Kaya and Shamaran. Which I believe the video that Ashikai had put out on Shamaran was the one directly before that live stream, which then had Roosevelt call all of her followers the lore spores. And unfortunately, despite all of the chagrin of Ashikai, that name seems to have stuck. But I've gone on a bit of a tangent here, so let's just get back to the analysis. Bury the souls of the dead on the other side, that's not what's important here. What I think is important here is we learned in the live stream that this city fell to a dragon-related catastrophe. And we kind of see this play out here as Castorice leaves, and this poison, all of these dead hands, they seem to be flooding the entire city. Death, once a pair of hand, has split us in two. So those who might not remember, Thanatos is the Hand of Shadow. So I guess if we see Thanatos' form, which I believe in the 3.2 trailer we did see a big hand, so maybe that is what Thanatos' real form is, just a giant Hand of Shadow. Although Castorice here implies that they were a pair of hands. So Castorice might actually just be Thanatos, or half of Thanatos. That will be a scent of flowers on the ocean. I love this bit with the eggshell here, which definitely reflects the fact that the dragon is her other half. Where's that scene? Here's the dragon just destroying everything. Literally everything. So that's probably not super important. We don't need to go super in-depth into that. There is a scene where she's lying in the water that I want to find, because in that scene, we see another person there running parallel with her. That dragon just nukes everything. I also love that the dragon seems to have like a stream of butterflies every time it flaps its wings. Even as it's glide, it's being followed by, like, a bunch of fireflies, like shooting stars. Diving down to the deepest part of the ocean in order to save Castorice, I guess? So this is Castorice making physical contact with someone, which I'm assuming is the other half, or this voice listed in the credits as Polixia. Okay. So this is definitely Polixia. I'd only got a brief glimpse of it on our first watch through, so I thought it might have just been the friend, but these two are definitely very close, and this is definitely probably the other half Castorice has been searching for all this time. So this is probably Polixia. And also probably the dragon, maybe, I'm not entirely sure. It's called Netherwing in all of her ability descriptions and Keeping Up with Star Rail, but it quite possibly could be Polixia. Alright, we'll get some frames of that. Hang on. Okay. I kind of can't tell, because we don't really see the full face there. Okay, this is the domain expansion she gets when she summons Netherwing and her ability. Here they are. Now we can see the full face. So this is probably Castorice's other half. And they have the bandaged white hand, so that's definitely from the image where they were holding pinky promising or something. Because we can see Castorice's gloved black hands with her ungloved white hands. I say black, it's a dark purple, but you get my point. And then the dragon encircling them. Castorice does a lot of touching things in this trailer. She touches more things in this trailer than we've seen her touch in the entirety of 3.0, 3.1. She looks so happy in parts of this trailer. And then we have what I assume is Castorice and Polixia. I have to check, does Castorice have the butterfly, or is it Polixia? She definitely has a lot of butterfly motifs. But she only seems to have a bow in her hair, and then she has the little tiara. But she doesn't want to forget something, and what that thing is, I have no clue. Well, anyway, this has been about me rambling for about 13 plus minutes on a 3.5-minute trailer, basically. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, you know where to find me. My links are where the links are. To stay informed, join the Discord. I'll be live on Twitch. Probably not today, because I'm finally caught up on everything. So I'm going to be in the editing mines over the next 2 days. I'll have this video out for you all by tomorrow, hopefully. And by the time you next see me, I will probably be, well, uploading some previous streams. But after that, you will probably, if you want to see me live, the next thing I'll be doing live is going to be the 3.2 story. Maybe we'll be doing some Castorice polls after that, but personally, I don't like doing polls like the first day the patch drops. I like to do it about like a week or so later, after all the other big streamers have done their little polls and whatnot. So, look forward to that in the future. And also watch my reaction to the Castorice Golden Epic PV. Just look for Oppenheimer in the thumbnail. That'll be mine. Ta-ta for now, everybody. Stay safe.